It's for somebody special. Yeah.
All right, welcome to Nails.Stephanie. Sorry, shaking camera. It is once again, if you're familiar with the way I do things on my manicure nights, 12:42 in the morning. Why is it so late or so early, you may ask? Because it just took me 2 hours to do my left hand and an hour before that to do the removal process and prepping my nails and everything, all to get to the point where we are at right now, where I'm going to be introducing this video. And the subject of this video, hi, hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. So I've been doing this series on my channel for a bit now, where I try to replicate AI generated nail art. And at first I wasn't sure whether or not this one was AI, but I'm pretty sure it is. And it is Halloween themed and autumn themed, and I'm just in love with it. My left hand came out better than I could have imagined it would. I'm going to show it to you in a moment. But I will say my nails did get slightly bloated because there are quite a few layers, and there's some blooming gel in there, which always leads to a bit of a inappropriate or uneven distribution of the gel if you're not careful. And I wasn't really paying attention, so I wasn't really able to reshape the nails as I would have wanted to, because the design was already on there when I noticed. So this is what we have so far. It is a very Sweeney Todd, Sleepy Hollow style tree branches with a pumpkin and some autumn leaves, and I decided to throw in some gold leaf. I will show you up here the reference image. It is from Adesibela, Adesibela. And I decided not to try to replicate, all the nails exactly, but just take bits and pieces and the overall theme and the style and get it on my nails. So this nail I tried to replicate pretty faithfully. The other nails I just basically replicated the style of the branches, put in the leaves, and then added in the gold leaf. And actually there's a raised bit, so I'm gonna have to buff this nail and re-top coat it because the leaf is pulling through. A little bit this one too, though not as much. But I will worry about that later. We're going to get on to my right hand now. So the base color, I was going to use my Faithful Standby Magnifique from Madame Glam, but in the image it's not really a pinky neutral, and it's not all that sheer. It's more of a creamy beigey nude. So I went with this one from Tiny in their Lang Lang series. This is TYY002. And I'm just going to go ahead and put 2 coats on each nail. I kind of like the, it's a syrup gel, so I like the semi-transparent look, but it wasn't what I was going for in this manicure. I do really love their syrup gels. I'm hoping in the next year or so to open up my own salon suite. So I'm heavily considering getting one of their full collections. Well, not one of their full collections, the full collection for the studio. But we will cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm gonna take a cleanup brush, move my acetone to my left side so I can easily access it. And just, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. This is what happens when you're working on your non-dominant hand, or rather working with your non-dominant hand. Just go ahead and clean up around the cuticle, and then we're going to go ahead and cure it in the lamp. All right, so we've got 2 coats of our base layer. I'm gonna go in now with Blooming Gel and white. Now this is the part where it could potentially get very bulky on the nail, so you wanna be careful. Where's my Blooming Gel? So I'm using Makartt's Blooming Gel. You wanna go really thin with the layer. You wanna have a liner brush at the ready. Let me open my white. I actually need a new white. I'm running low on this. But I wanted to create, I tried an ombre. I didn't like the way it looked. So I tried blooming it out, and it ended up giving it like a really wispy, almost ghost ethereal nature that I really liked. So that's what we're going to do. So you want to put a pretty thin layer over the top of your nail, one at a time. What is on the tip? How do I have black on the tip of my nail? I'm just wiping as much off as possible, especially around the tip. Now the problem I was having on my left hand that I seem to be having again is buckling of the gel. So I think it's not really reacting well to the slip layer on the tiny gel. So what I'm going to do is take a lint-free wipe, some alcohol, and I'm just going to cleanse the nails. So let's remove the blooming gel from this nail. And then we're just going to wipe the inhibition layer. Vento leve, love logo já. Que vento leve, love logo já. Que leve, love já. Then we're going to go in with some white. And then using our liner brush, we want to just pull it away from the tip of the nail. Just kind of add on, you know, give it that help create that wispy nature.
Passarinho da montanha quando chega voou, voou. Passarinho da montanha.
I want to try to keep it as white at the tip as possible without changing the profile of the nail. All right, so make sure you look at it from all angles. If there seems to be some gel piling up at any one spot, redistribute it. And then once you like it, make sure you get it in the lamp so that it'll stop shifting around. All right, so we're going to do that to all of our nails, one nail at a time. So when I'm pulling color, I'm not digging the brush all the way down through the layers. I'm just scooching it along the top to try to pull some more of that white and get it where I want it.
Baby, you're special. I can't wait it out tonight. Yeah, can't believe it's so. Yeah, 20 nights been so. Baba don't lose composure. Yeah, girl, my champion lover. Would you wait for me? me, girl. Yeah, cause now you did cross my mind. Would you wait for me, girl? I know, ain't no distance, ain't no time to get me back to you. Coach, yeah, give me coach, yeah, give me coach, yeah, to get me back to you. Give me coach, yeah, give me coach, nah, give me coach, yeah, to get me back to you. And not deny, say cos. And if God is my witness, now you be my weakness, my no be boss. See Oluwa don't bless me, not true, no be ghost ride.
Okay, so I've gone and put on a matte top coat so that we can get our design in easily. Whenever you have a shiny top coat on or a tacky top coat, it's gonna either make it difficult to see the lines because you've got the light reflecting on it, or it's going to start bleeding because you have a tacky layer on it. It's gonna kind of act like blooming gel. That dispersion, that layer is going to pull the color and bleed it out and make it blurry and not as appealing. So what I did with my left hand is I went and did the main accent nail first. So I'm going to do that as well. Instead of doing a pumpkin on this nail, I'm going to do the witch's hat. I think I might put that on the middle finger though. I generally don't like putting focus designs on the middle finger. It just looks weird to me. I think I'll keep it on the ring finger. Just keep it consistent. So I'm going to put the hat in first so that we can draw the tree lines around it. And that'll make it easier to lay things in appropriately. Let me clean the brush first. So I'm using my smallest brush just so that I have more control. I like using a longer brush for line work, but for overall designs, I like to start off small. So we're gonna go in and put in the top of the hat and it curls around. And of course, cue my cat scratching at the carpet. Swirls are always the most difficult for me. So we're going to take it slowly. And let's rotate my finger so that I can go in from the angle that works the best. I'm going to bring up the other side of the hat. I want to widen this a little bit at the base. I feel like I made this a little small. I'm gonna actually bring it up a little bit. I really wish that I was truly ambidextrous. Making a mess. Oh, bother. Don't think I'll be able to draw this with the pen any better than I did with the paintbrush, but let's try. Okay, now hopefully all I have to do is trace it.
Ding ding ding. Ding, ding,
Okay. So we've got the outline of the hat and the black area is filled in. I'm going to go ahead and cure it and then can wipe away any remnants of the acrylic pen.
Passarinho da montanha quando chega voou, voou. Passarinho da montanha quando chega voou, voou. Passarinho da montanha quando chega voou, voou. Que o vento leve love logo já. 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 Que leve love já. Para patar tu tac tu tac tu cum tu tac tu tac tu tac tu cum tu tac tu tac tu tac tu cum. Quando você sorriu, chorei. Eu nunca pude imaginar que isso fosse acontecer. E numa bola de cristal vi o futuro transformar. E o que era bom ficou legal. Passarinho da montanha quando chega voou, voou. Passarinho da montanha quando chega voou, voou.
Alright, so I finished the brim of the hat and the buckle. I'm not sure I really love how it looks. Tried to make it look like the brim was going behind the hat, but it doesn't really look right. I might go over it with a little, I'm not going to be able to get white over it, but I may just take a branch and have it come up from there. So, getting into the branches, I'm going to take a longer liner brush and I'm going to have it come up from behind the hat. It's on the other side in the reference, but that's okay. And I'm going to curve it above the hat and then leading off into a taper. Now the key to make these look a little spooky is to have the jagged, irregular lines. Got some branches dropping in from above.
It's for somebody special.
I'm gonna thicken up where they connect. I'm gonna switch to my shorter liner brush just so that I can get some more control.
Baby, you're special. I can't wait it out tonight. Yeah. Can't believe it's so. Yeah. 20 nights been.
Okay, I think that's good for the branches. I'm just gonna put a little twig leading off of here for a leaf later. And then I'm going to go ahead and cure it. Okay, so now I'm going to start putting branches in on other nails. So I'm going to ping pong back and forth between my longer liner brush and my shorter one, just so that I can vary the length and the width of the lines. Thumb's going to be difficult. I think I want to try to put another pumpkin in. So I'm going to try to mirror the branches on one of the other reference fingers where it comes around in a circle. And then the pumpkin nests in the middle.
If they say I didn't listen, babe, you're the one that I'm missing, girl. And my darling, would you wait for me, girl? Yeah, cause now you did cross my mind. Would you wait for me, girl?
Now there's another spiral over here. I've already got some weird lines going on, but I'm going to try to put in the spiral and then clean up.
Get me back to you. Oh, nah, nah. Yeah, to get me back to you.
Free.
Now, no doubt I've sped this up quite a bit for playback. I don't want you to think that this is going as fast as it's showing on the screen. This is about how fast it's going in real life. As I'm talking to you right now, it's slow going. Just have to have patience. I'm trying to get to the point where when I sit down to do my nails, it's like I'm not putting myself under a time constraint. Yes, it's now almost, I don't know what time it is. Let's see. It's 1:53 in the morning. I don't have work tomorrow. I am off. So I am not stressed about finishing this in a certain amount of time. I want it to look the way I want it to look. So now I'm just going to add in, actually I'm going to cure this first because knowing me, I will hit myself and I think I want to get rid of that bottom line. I don't like the way it looks. But knowing me, I will hit myself and smear it all over the place. I think maybe I want to bring it down from here. But as of right now, the only thing I have to do tomorrow is vote. All right, so now I'm just going to start putting in random branches. Make sure you vary the length and the thickness and the direction of the lines so that looks a little bit more realistic.
Ding, ding, ding.
Moving along now, we're going to put in some leaves, and that's pretty straightforward. Once again, I'm going to use my short liner. First, I'm going to clean it because it's still got the black on it. You just want to go in and kind of create some leaf shapes. I put one down here. They don't need to be attached to branches. They can be falling leaves. Or if you want them to be attached, just place them a little bit closer, and then when we're done and we're putting it in the black accents, we'll draw connecting twigs.
Que o vento leve love logo já. 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 Que leve love já. Para patar tu tac tu tac tu cacum. Tu que tac tu tac tu tac tu cacum. Tu que tac tu tac tu tac tu cacum. Quando você sorriu, eu chorei. Eu nunca pude imaginar que isso fosse acontecer.
On my palette, I have two colors. This one is Sunstalker, and this one is Trick or Treat. They're both from Madame Glam, and we're going to be using them to create our shadows. And actually, I'm probably only going to be using Trick or Treat because the leaves are too small to really get in multiple shadowing colors. I'll be using the other one for the pumpkin before we finish. So just want to have a light touch as best as possible and create some shadowing. I'm gonna go around the edge of the leaves. And then feather it out. This is decidedly easier with my right hand.
It's for somebody special. Yeah. Can't wait it out tonight.
I missed some shading on this leaf, so I'm going to go back in after I cure the black. So we're headed into the last bit of the painted design work, and that's going to be the pumpkin. So I'm going to use my dotting tool just to lay in the rough shape where I want it. And then going in with our liner brush to refine it.
Would you wait for me, girl? Yeah, 'cause now you did cross my mind. Would you wait for me, girl? I know.
I'm going to use the lighter orange Sunstalker to create the protruding portions of the pumpkin. Now we're going to drop in some deeper shadows.
And if God is my witness, now you be my weakness, my no be boss. See Oluwa don't bless me. I true no be ghost right. If they say I didn't listen, babe, you're the one that I'm missing, girl. And my darling, would you wait for me, girl? Yeah, 'cause now you did cross my mind. Would you wait for me, girl? I know, ain't no distance, ain't no time to get me back to you. Coach, get me back to you. Oh, to get me back to you.
Okay, the last little bit of design we're going to put in before we start putting in the gold leaf is some highlights on the trees. I'm just going to take my white and try to lightly add in some lines down the trees.
Free flowing, sailing with the wind, not knowing how this story ends.
So I've got this gold leaf here, and they're all in larger sheets. So I already chopped some up for use on my left hand. I just want to make a few more smaller pieces, so I don't want them to overwhelm the design. So I'm just using some nail scissors. This is the point where I lose the ability to talk. I've got a silicone tool here and my base coat. So I'm going to put a layer of base coat on my nail, flash cure it, and then lay down the foil. Using the pointy end of my silicone tool, I'm going to try to take the smallest pieces available and then just dot them on.
Steady, earth between your toes, arms wide, ready, love is true, you know.
You just want to flatten it down with the side of your silicone tool. And then you can go ahead and move on to subsequent nails. Kind of really like the matte look too. I'm not much of a matte person texturally. I love the look of it, but I don't necessarily like the feel of it. Nothing left to do now but top coat. So when you're putting the top coat on, there's a possibility that you may drag some of the foil. Just try to float it over the surface, and if it moves, enjoy the new placement.
Você sorriu, chorei. Eu nunca pude imaginar que isso fosse acontecer. E numa bola de cristal vi o futuro transformar. E o que era bom ficou legal.
Alright, so here is the finished look. There are some pokey-uppy bits, that's a technical term, pokey-uppy bits from the foils, so I'm too tired and frankly don't have the energy to deal with it right now, so I will do it tomorrow because I have some other videos that I want to film, so I might as well fix my nails before I get into that. But that's going to do it for this video. This nail is my favorite. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy my Halloween themed videos. I've got one more coming next week for Halloween. It will post on Halloween. Well, on Halloween or the day before, I'm not sure. It'll either post on the 30th or the 31st. But I'm going to finish up with some hand cream and then some cuticle oil. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. It really does do wonders for my channel and I really appreciate it. If you have already subscribed, thank you. Also, please hit that, oh, I can't open it. Hit that like, and actually I'm going to use a different oil. I'm going to use the one from Nail Reserve because it smells like coconut, which I love, and it's not as oily for a cuticle oil. It soaks in really well. I know, baby. I'm almost done. My cats are going to murder me in my sleep. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell so that you always know when new videos are available. We are heading into the holiday season. Things are going to get interesting, and I've got a lot of things planned. So check it out, come back, and I will see you then. Bye.
Que vento leve, love, logo já. Que vento leve, love, logo já. Que vento leve, love, logo já. Que vento leve, love, logo já.